Crystal and welcome to another process layout video. So I'm using my September Everybody Talks kit from Scraptastic, and I'm just going through here. I already have my pictures picked out, so I'm just going through here picking out which papers I wanted to use. I really love this kit, and I liked it a lot because of the mint and the coral color, like the light pink and the teal color. But for this layout here, I did not want to use any kind of pink because it was a picture of Jason, and I didn't want to make it too girly. So I was going more or less for the greens, the blues, and the black color tone. So I think I have all three of my pages picked out here that I plan on using. And that last sheet back there, which is like the green and the blue, I didn't know whether I wanted to use the chevron side or the reverse side, and I decided to use the solid side. So here for my pictures, what I'm doing here to start with is I'm cutting them down, and I'm leaving a white border around all the pictures. So there's three pictures here that I'm using. One of Jason, and then the other one is a picture of the score, and then the other one is just a picture of some cards, which is an awkward shaped photo. And I did run into a lot of problems with how I wanted to incorporate that photo into this layout. So I know I wanted to use that bottom sheet of cardstock down there as my base, and now I'm just going through and deciding through which embellishments I wanted to include onto this layout. So this is what I'm doing right now, and for some reason this layout gave me a lot of problems. It's a very, I'm happy with the way all my layouts turn out. Of course, I made them and I love my layouts. But some layouts, I just don't love as much as I love the other ones, and this happens to be one of them. I don't know, I just had a really hard time with this one. So, I am happy with the way it turned out. They're looking back at it now, like I look at it now and I'm like, oh, it turned out pretty good. But I'm not just not in love with it like I am with a lot of my other layouts. But I figured that I would just continue to do this video to show you guys that, we're all, we're not perfect. We all make mistakes and we make things that we don't love, and, it's just who we are, and as we, just, I don't know. It just helps. I think it's like a learning process, I'll look back at that one day and be like, oh, yeah, it turned out pretty good. Jason would just say, I'm just one of those people who are really hard on myself. Like, when I make something, I always find all the flaws with it. And I don't know why I'm like that, but I am. So I'm just going through here and deciding on the orientation of the layout, like where I want the photos to be, and just things like that. So I really liked how that blue and white polka dot sheet there, I liked how it like set apart the layout. I like that look of it. And I'm just playing around with some of the frames here, because we got a whole package of the frames in our kit, and I've really been using them with the last few layouts I've done. So I knew I definitely wanted to use them on this one, but I was having a hard time because I sort of wanted to frame around all of the photos. But I had that one photo of the cards right there was really hard to find a frame for, but I did make it work. So I figured that I would add in this black here, and I really liked the look of that because it really did make it separate from everything else, and in my opinion, it really help make the photos pop. So I'm going to keep that black piece behind there. And I don't know what I was doing. I went on Instagram for something, and that led into something else. Oh, that's what I was doing. I wanted to Instagram that I was doing a layout, so that's what I'm doing here. Sorry that I didn't edit that out, but it's just a lot easier just to leave it as it is and just roll with it. So that's what I decided to do. So I'm using that one frame back there with nothing in it, but I like the look of that. I just think it looks really nice that way, that empty frame. So I am definitely keeping that in there. And I decided here that I wanted to cut down that polka dot paper a little bit further. And I'm also going to do the same thing with the black cardstock, like the chalkboard. Excuse me. With the chalkboard type cardstock too. And I also definitely did want to include that silhouette cutout that says "Say What." So I also definitely do keep that in this layout. And like I said, I don't know, I just had a really hard time putting this one together. So I'm going back through the embellishment, the ephemera pack. And I did find that little frame right up there that I stuck on the picture of the cards. And I do end up using that. So that's how I put a frame around the picture of Jason, a frame around the score, and then as you see right there, I'm playing around with that black frame around the cards. That's what I end up using, how I framed out the cards. Because I thought it just looked awkward where it was just one frame around something. So that's what I'm going to do here. And I set that off to the side to leave it dry. And I just used some mono adhesive on there. So I was having another problem because the frame to go around the score picture, the picture was like a tiny bit smaller than the actual frame. But so I made it work. I put it on there, I glued it down, and then I'm actually going to end up ripping that frame back off of here and fixing it again because I decided to tuck that picture under the frame of the picture of Jason. So what am I doing here? I'm just cutting down that other frame of the cards. And again, just going through the ephemera pack and picking out some little doodads to include on this layout. So I'm using some SCI Tumble dye in the color Mint, and I colored that silhouette cutout, that color, because once it's against the black chalkboard cardstock, it really does pop. And I took a red Sharpie and created 4 arrows to point into the score. And then this punch here, I had picked up at Joann's like years ago when it was on clearance. I got it for like $2. And I wasn't ever for sure what I was really going to do with it, but I wanted it because it was cheap. So I actually found a perfect use for that. And I was going to throw away those, the punch outs from that, but I decided to keep it because I had a plan that I was going to use them. So here I go. I'm ripping up that frame around the score picture because I decided I was going to tuck that picture in underneath the picture of Jason, so I didn't need it to go all the way around. Just like that, and you can't even tell. So that's pretty much how I keep the pictures. I'm pretty happy with that. That's pretty much going to be the layout for the pictures. Then what I decided to do was punch in that border on the top piece of that black chalkboard paper. And then I'm going to cut it in half, and I'm going to have a border on the top piece and a border on the bottom piece. So first I was going to leave it the way it is there. And I was like, you really can't see too much of the border, and it kind of really, to me, defeated the purpose of it. But that's how I'm leaving it for right now. And you see what I mean right there, how where I put that "Say What" right against that black like paper sample thing, it really does make it pop. Alright, so here I go with doing the bottom part's border and the top part of the border. I just cut the paper right down the middle and used my ATG tape and adhered it to the top of the cardstock and the bottom. And I really like that look of it. That black, to me, it's just enough black in there to really make everything stand out and set it apart. So I'm just going to go ahead and commit to where I want my photos to be because I knew I really liked that layout part of it. And for some reason, like I said earlier, I really just like that frame right there that I'm getting ready to glue down. I don't know. I just like that look of it. I left it empty, and it just added some character to the layout. Just thought it was really nice. Um, and there's what I mean. Like, you can't really see that say what now. Once I put that black behind it, it really does pop. And seeing it on the computer screen doesn't really do it justice, but it does really, looks really nice there. So I just put a pop dot on the bottom piece of that little tag, little frame that I did. And I had to use a pop dot because of the thickness of the two frames put together from the other picture. And then I just have that one little badge sitting up there that I do use, but it's just chilling out right there for right now. And then I took my black marker and created some lines around to help frame out the layout. And I did it on this little section too. And I really like the look of the lines. And I don't measure, or I don't use a ruler to get them exact. I just run my marker down, and they're not perfect, but that's fine. Because I'm not perfect, then I just like that look of it. I don't know. It just adds character to your layout, I think. So I'm using a paintbrush here, and I'm using some more of that tumble dye from SEI. I picked this up from Hobby Lobby. And this is in the color mint, and I don't know. It just added, I like the look of it. I've really been into that whole splattering type look lately, and that's what I've been doing. So I went ahead and stuck the layout down, and when I was taking my hand over there to swipe it down, I ended up pulling the S off of that say what. So I just used a little bit of mono glue and stuck it back in there, and it dried perfectly. And the alphas I'm using came in the kit, in September's kit, and I put the title of the layout, Once in 12 Years, and I'll tell you what here in a second. I just gotta grab a quick drink. The title, like I said, is Once in 12 Years. Me and Jason's been together for 12 years. A little bit over 12 now. But we play cards, and we play a game called, I know by 500. Some people might know by Rummy or Gin Rummy or something like that. So that's the card game of our choice we play in my household. And yeah, this night here was the first time in 12 years, and I'm not lying or not joking around with these guys, the first time in 12 years that Jason has actually beat me in a game of cards. Well, at least for 500. And he was so excited. So I had to take a picture of it, and of him holding up the score sheet, and I take a picture of the score sheet, and I don't know. It was just something really nice to document. I don't know. It was just funny. It is funny. And I also had, the reason why I'm laughing, because I'm not telling you guys, is that he did only beat me by 5 points. But a win's a win, no matter which way you look at it. He won, and trust me, he told everybody. My whole family knew that he finally beat me in a game of cards. Well, it's the little things in a relationship, I don't know. But it was sweet. And that's why I actually had to document this, because I just thought it was just something to document. So that flare badge there came into the kit, and I just used the pop dot to put it on the page. And there I go with my journaling, basically telling you guys the same thing is what I journaled about. And I made sure to include in the journaling that he did only win by 5 points, but a win's a win. So that is my layout, guys. Thank you so much for watching. There will be some still photos afterwards. I hope you enjoyed this. And oh, wait. I did forget something. So I'm right here. Those are those leftover pieces that from the when I did the border, the club, the spade, the heart, and the diamond. That was what was from the punch out. So that's where I included it onto the layout. And I just glued it down with a little bit of mono, used my tweezers, and that was it. And you can see there that mint color tumble dye stuff. It's really nice. It looks really nice on the layout. Alright, everyone, now that is it. There'll be some still photos to follow. Thank you so much for watching, and until next time, guys, I hope you all have a wonderful day. Bye.